Hey guys, welcome back to Conscious Concubine. I know it's been like what, a month since I last did an episode. I am so sorry. I just been going through a lot. I was sick, and when I'm going through a lot myself, it's hard for me to like be inspirational because who am I to talk when I'm not even inspired myself? But I have been learning so much because from trials and tribulations is when we learn. So I just want to come on here and teach you guys everything that I've learned. And it is Valentine's, so happy Valentine's Day. Happy day of love and friendship. I hope you guys are not too depressed, the ones that are single. And I hope that you're not out here pretending to be happy when you're not, just because it's a holiday and you want to keep up appearances. If you're not happy, let that man go, please, for your sake. You're gonna look so much better when you're single. Trust me, you should have seen me when I was dating a toxic man. And now that I'm single, I look so much better. I literally am in New York right now, hence the background. And I was in New York Fashion Week. I'm dropping a vlog on YouTube on how that went this week or next week, sometime as soon as I can, okay? I'm just recovering from being sick. And my first order of business was to come on here and teach you guys how can you love yourself. There's so many ways that you can love yourself, and loving yourself can look different for each single person in the planet, and everybody is at a different part of their journey of loving themselves. So yeah, what's most important about loving yourself? I would say getting to know yourself. Yeah, hard one, huh? I know a lot of people don't like getting to know themselves because, well, we all have things about ourselves we don't like. A lot of us don't like ourselves at all. So, we're farther into the progress of getting to know ourselves. We just want to like ignore the fact that we exist and just go around walking like this and just expect that nobody sees us. Like, no, bro, don't be afraid to take up space. You're worth it. You deserve to take up space. And I think everybody deserves to speak their mind and say what they mean. Don't be afraid to be yourself, to express yourself, even if you feel like it's awkward or like what you said was stupid and you want to reprimand yourself. Chill. It's okay. It's all gonna be alright. Like, as long as you're being yourself, you may feel weird at first, but eventually you're gonna be much happier for it. Your inner child is gonna be so much happier because it's gonna be like, oh my god, my parents didn't allow me to be myself. Whenever I cracked a joke or said something, they would beat me. And it made me feel like I was dumb and I was not worth the time or the hassle to be listened to. But you guys need to understand that our parents didn't listen to us, not because we were not worth listening to, but mainly because they didn't have the time. It was not about us. It was not about us. It was about them. They were tweaking. So you just gotta like forget about that and take a stand and decide to just be yourself. I know it's easier said than done, I promise you guys. I know, because subconsciously we're used to being told to shut up, and eventually we started to be the one that told us to shut up. Our brain be telling us these things because it thinks it's gonna protect us. Hey, if you shut up, nobody's gonna make fun of you. If you shut up, your parents are not gonna hate you. But it's like, that's just your body keeping the score of what happened in the past. You know what I mean? The body keeps the score and we react based on our past. But it is our job to tell our brains, hey, you're no longer a little kid. Your parents are not gonna beat you up if you express yourself right now. People want you to express yourself. It's totally fine, it's totally cool. Part of loving yourself is to not listening to everything your brain says, because everything your brain is doing is repeating the past over and over, okay? So if we keep repeating the past over and over, we're gonna keep having the same experience in the present and the future. And if you wanna change, your experiences in the present and the future, you gotta change what you think first. That's number one. Remember that. If you don't know how can I get to know myself, if you don't know how you can do that, I got you. The best way to get to know yourself is journaling. Write down something. It doesn't have to make sense. Just write down how you felt today, what you did. If you didn't feel anything in particular, what you did, what you thought. Just write down your thoughts on a piece of paper, and I'm telling you, you're gonna eventually start expressing profound things to yourself that you didn't even know were there. I promise you. And you're gonna get to know yourself efficiently. If you don't feel that comfortable writing at first, maybe start drawing, sketching, maybe put on a beat and freestyle, but just like Take 30 minutes to an hour out of your day just to spend it with yourself. Not with your phone, not texting somebody, not cleaning. I know cleaning is important, but like, leave that for another time, okay? Spend time just being you when nobody's watching, when nobody's around. If you want to sing, sing. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to scream, scream. And don't judge yourself when you do it. That is like a judge-free moment in time when you can be yourself without repercussion. Allow yourself those little bits of times, and eventually you'll find yourself allowing yourself to be yourself no matter where you're at, who's around you. And obviously there's a time and place for each type of behavior. We know that. But you're going to be more comfortable being yourself in public if you start by doing it in private. So I suggest you start doing that. And when you become more comfortable with yourself, you eventually will start to try doing things that perhaps you've been wanting to do for a long time, but you stop believing in yourself. So you just figured, oh, why would I try if I wasn't good right away? It's like, dude, you're not supposed to be good at everything right away in this lifetime. Sometimes we're lucky. Sometimes we like to do something, and then as soon as we try it, we're great at it right away. And it's like, amazing, you know? Great. But sometimes we are not. And that's okay. Doesn't mean you should give up. It means you should persevere and try again and again and again till you get it right. You know what I mean? So those are ways that you're eventually gonna teach your subconscious, yourself, that you're worthy of love. Even if you don't think that's something that teaches you how to love yourself, allowing yourself to be you, taking time to listen to your thoughts and feelings in a piece of paper, time to move without worrying about who's judging you around you. Like, you want to be a dancer, but you're a bad dancer. You're not gonna get better if you don't try. You know what I mean? And I get the fear of, like, not wanting to do it in front of other people. So then just do it in your room. And I'm telling you, I did this. I did this for a very long time. I was dancing in my room until I felt comfortable enough to take a class. And then I started taking classes, and then I got good enough to dance at a club in front of people. And they made a circle, and I battled random strangers at the club, and it was really fun. The first time I ever did it, a girl from my dance class came up to me, tapped me on the shoulder, and said, "You're dancing off beat." And I was like, I don't care. And I kept dancing, you know what I mean? Because, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, right? I'm going to stop dancing because this girl told me, "Oh, you're dancing off beat." Like, come on now. I don't care. I'm just having fun. And that's when I realized, oh my God, I'm way more confident. I guess dancing in the room paid off. Taking classes paid off. Being surrounded by so much positive energy paid off. And the crazy thing is that, like, I could have focused on the girl that was being negative. I could have. I really could have. But I decided to focus on the people that were cheering me on, the people that were good people in my dance class. Like, there was way more people being nice to me than that one girl that was being a downer. So I was like, what the heck? Forget her. I'm gonna dance. And that's what I did. I danced all night to like 6 a.m. in the morning till we got kicked out of the club, and then people offered me food, and it was an amazing night. But like, I could have easily let that girl get in my head and make me sad, and the intrusive thoughts run loud. But you know what made me really come to realization that I shouldn't even listen to her? She looked miserable. She really did. She looked like she was not having fun, okay? She looked like she was uh, uh, on the corner, just watching, a spectator, not really doing anything. She was not dancing, and she was a really good dancer, but she was not having a good time. So I was like, what's the point of being a good dancer if you look mad and you look like you're not having any fun? So I was like, I'll rather be a shitty dancer and be happy. And now I'm a much better dancer because of my disposition. Loving yourself is definitely a journey, and sometimes you get far along in that journey, and then you start dating or being friends with people who seem to be your friends, but they're not, and they're doing things to make you feel self-conscious, and you might not see it with your two eyes, but it's there, it's happening. And it isn't until you start studying psychology like a crazy person that you realize, oh my God, these people never really liked me. Oh my God, they were doing this power move and this other move and just trying to make me feel insecure because they were jealous. But my self-esteem was so low because it worked so good that I could never imagine that somebody would be jealous of me. So I just felt like shit. These people wanted to make me feel like shit because they were jealous of me, and it worked. Oh my God, it worked. So if you feel bad when you're around some people, you shouldn't be around them. You shouldn't be around them. And I know that this sounds like, duh, we know that. No, 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 no. Sometimes we don't know that because we think that the only reason we feel bad is because, oh, we're depressed, oh, we're anxious, it's our own fault. I'm lucky to even have friends at all when I am such a shitty person and I feel shitty on the inside. But the whole time you're feeling shitty is because these people are trying to make you insecure and feel shitty because they feel shitty inside. And okay, have you ever had like a really, really bad day and you've been feeling super depressed, maybe even, trigger warning, suicidal, and you hung out with somebody who made you feel amazing? Have that ever happened to you? All right, then. So, if you hang out with somebody who feels amazing about themselves and they're trying to make you feel good, you're gonna feel good regardless how you felt in the beginning. So, like, I feel like a lot of us that are self aware, we're also self conscious and we take way too much accountability for our emotions to the point that even when somebody is causing our negative emotions, we like fail to see it. We're like, no, I'm always sad, I'm always sad. Girl, get some new friends. Get another boyfriend. Know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, girl? You deserve better. Another way to love yourself is to treat your body with respect. Yeah, very important one. Why are you hanging out with that guy who ghosted you 3 months ago? Why are you replying so fast to a guy that takes weeks to reply to you? Why are you so eager that a guy said hello to you, good morning, good night, that they say they like you? First of all, you should never believe a guy when they tell you they like you until they show it with actions, because anybody can say anything and men love to lie. Women get deceived through their ears, men get deceived through their eyes, okay? And not everything is what it seems, so you can't just believe somebody when they tell you they like you. I understand that a lot of us grow up with shitty parents or just non-present parents, and we don't have like a correct image of what proper love looks like, so that we don't know and we take whatever we can get because we're damaged emotionally. But like, who cares about your past, sis? You gotta look at things like, what do you want? What type of love do you want to receive? Like, did you watch rom-coms? Do you see how those girls get treated? There's girls getting treated like that and better in real life right now. And that could be you if you didn't settle for somebody treating you so badly. So you have to treat your body kindly. You have to sleep. Oh my God, guys, you don't understand. My mental health declines at such level whenever I go to sleep at 5 a.m. in the morning because I'm manic. If you guys don't know by now, I'm bipolar, so sometimes I'm depressed, sometimes I'm manic. But lately I've been staying in the middle and I'm grateful for that. It's hard, but it's so amazing when I can manage it. It takes a lot for me to get there, but the point is not about me. The point that I'm trying to make is that when you sleep 8 hours, and I'm not saying 8 hours during the day, the time that you sleep matters. Okay, you go to sleep by 10 because there's this liquid. I can't remember all the scientific terms right now. I'm sorry, guys. I should have written them down, but I forgot. Okay, the point is there's this liquid that your brain like develops and it rejuvenates all your neurons, and it happens from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. It goes up, 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 and then by the time it's 2 a.m., it's completely gone. So if you go to sleep at 2 a.m., you didn't get that. You slept, but you didn't rest. And you need that. You need that. You need that to be happy. You need that to be healthy. You need that to be well rested. So treat your body with respect. Sleep. Sleep is going to make you so much happier. And when you're happy with yourself, you love yourself more. And also, when you allow yourself to sleep, is that you're telling yourself, yes, I deserve a good night's rest. Yes, I deserve a healthy meal. Yes, I deserve to take good care of my hygiene, of my skin, nails, hair. It's not being vain. I don't think I'm all that. I just respect myself enough to maintain my body, because if you don't take care of your body, like, where are you going to live? Your body's your home. So if you don't allow yourself to live in a healthy home, how do you expect other people that have healthy homes themselves and will treat your house, your body healthily? How do you expect to attract those people? Like, I see guys on this podcast, they be like, I want a girl that's fit and goes to the gym, but they don't go to the gym. They don't eat a single fruit or vegetable. They're not healthy themselves. They got BO. They don't brush their teeth. They don't wash their hair. And they want a girl that's a clean girl aesthetic. Like, Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's crazy. Yeah, if you want to attract somebody that's healthy, try being healthy first. Not only because of the obvious physical attributes that entails and gives you after you started working out, but also because the frequency you're on. You know what I mean? You attract what you are, not what you want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to attract happy people, be happy yourself. If you're depressed all day, you say, I can't help it, I'm depressed, I have PTSD, I went through stuff. There's stuff that you can do. You can force yourself. It's not going to be easy. Nobody said this was going to be easy, but you can force yourself to go outside, to wake up at 7 a.m. and look at the sun, which is the best time to look at the sun. To look at the sun when it's rising and setting. It's so healthy for you. It makes you happy. There are a lot of things that you can do that make you happy, that have nothing to do with thinking or feeling. You can make yourself think and feel better thoughts and better feelings by doing different physical things that I've mentioned in this podcast, you know? So when you love yourself, you don't get sad in Valentine's Day if you're single. Because you know that you're single by choice. Because you're picky. Because honestly, as a pretty girl, which literally any girl that listens to my podcast is a pretty girl. As a pretty girl, you know that there's a lot of guys that would love to date you. But will they treat you right? Are they your type? Is it something that you really see yourself doing in the long run? You probably date to marry, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. So you meet a lot of guys, they're not what you want. So you say, bye-bye. You know, I don't need that. You're doing that because you love yourself. You're not settling. You didn't stay with your ex because you were scared that you were not going to find better. You didn't stay with your ex because you were so codependent and you couldn't move on. Maybe you were codependent during the relationship, but eventually you said, you know what? I can be better off without this guy. And yes, I want to be with somebody, but I'd rather be with somebody who's helping me grow than somebody who's dragging me down, somebody who's jealous of me, somebody who sees me as competition. Isn't that crazy? You cannot be dating somebody who sees you as competition. Like, it's gonna put a hassle on you. I know this because I've done it myself. Trust me, stay away from men who want to compete with you. I honestly don't think this type of men like women at all. But that's just my thoughts, okay? So just always be surrounded by people who are uplifting you up. You know you're growing when you'd rather be alone than surrounded by people who don't serve you for your highest good. I'm not saying that you should always be like looking at people with interest in mind, in the sense of like, oh, what can they bring to my table? Oh, they cannot benefit, then I don't want to be a friend. No, like you're not a type of person that's gonna be like looking what you can get from others only. Obviously, you look to benefit others as well, but at the same time, you want to benefit them too. But don't go around and hang out with people who don't benefit you at all and are just taking from you, and they're not giving you anything back. Don't do that. You deserve people who are giving you as much as you're giving them, and if they're not, then let them go. Honestly, just let them go. Don't stick around something that doesn't benefit you at all. And obviously, you're gonna feel lonely from time to time. That's normal. We're human beings. But you're not longer letting that loneliness dictate the way you move. You're no longer going to people who don't like you and spending time with them because you'd rather do that than be alone. That's when you know that you're getting there. You're loving yourself. Actually, if you're trying to love yourself, that means you love yourself. It's the truth. I said it here. If you are trying to love yourself, that means you love yourself. And isn't that such a beautiful thing? Like, if you're saying, oh, how do I know if I love myself or not? You're trying, you want to, then you do. Even if you're doing it at a 10% and the person next to you is doing 100%, maybe they've been at this self-love journey for way longer than you have. But honestly, if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day, I know Valentine's Day is almost over by the time I'm posting this, but if you don't have a date for Valentine's Day, I say, who cares? Take yourself out. On the 15th, take yourself out. Any day. Any day is love day. To love yourself. Take every opportunity you can to love yourself. Spoil yourself. Buy yourself things. Write yourself letters. That is such an amazing thing for single people to do on Valentine's Day. Write yourself a love letter. Tell yourself all the things you love about yourself. As many as you can. Because often we write down, especially when we journal, at least myself, I write down the negative things about myself. But when do we ever take the time to write positive things about ourselves? We don't. We think it's weird. And we're always criticizing ourselves. We're always quick to criticize ourselves, but not give ourselves a little encouragement. Come on now. Like, let's do it. So, another way to love yourself is to take time for yourself and not let nobody take you away from that time. Don't get distracted. No matter how good the distraction is, if you love yourself, you're gonna let the distraction aside and you're gonna feel so much better about yourself. Another way is to, yes, it's good to help others, but it's not good to be a people pleaser. So cutting back on people pleasing, it is a good way to love yourself. Okay, yes, help that person, but after your basic needs and wants are done. When you took care of your own problems, yes, then you can help somebody else with the problems. But how are you gonna go help somebody with a move without eating breakfast? And then you don't eat all the way to like midnight. Like, no, you have to feed yourself. You have to stay hydrated. You have to dress well, not to impress people outside, but dress to impress yourself. You know what I'm saying? Dress to feel good about yourself. Even if the person criticizes your outfit doesn't make you happy, okay, then ignore what they say. Like, don't do things for others. Do things for yourself. Okay? Do things you like. Pick up a hobby that you let go a while ago that makes you happy. Do it. You know, not every hobby needs to give you an income, okay? Not everything you do has to be about making money or making an impression on somebody. Like, you can do stuff that you want to do for yourself, by yourself, or with others. Like, tell people that you love them and why you love them. Like, be specific about it. That is a great way to love yourself, because when you tell your friends how they impress you and how much you like them and the things you like about them, you know what happens? They tell you how much they like you and why, and then you guys get to exchange that lovely interaction, and then you both feel good about yourselves, right? So you're loving each other and loving yourself, and when you love other people, you feel good about yourself when you make the people that you love feel happy and good about themselves. So yeah, guys, like, these are some of the ways that you can love yourself. I hope that this gave you like guidance and how to be kinder to yourself, because these are ways that have helped me love myself. And yeah, if you're listening to this podcast on Spotify, on Apple, I just want to let you guys know that it's also available on YouTube, Idso TV, IDSO TV, television. And that's my YouTube. I also have travel vlogs on this channel. I also have beauty reviews, and honestly, I love to travel and vlog, and I vlog a lot of my experiences. I'm a model, I'm a dancer, I'm a film director, I'm a writer, I have this podcast, and I just love to do a lot of things, creatively speaking. So if you guys like to stick around my YouTube, you're gonna see a whole bunch of different content, and I hope this different type of content doesn't distract you guys, doesn't make you feel like, oh my gosh, she's all over the place. What is she doing? I'm just doing everything I love, unapologetically. And people keep telling me to get different channels, but I already have a YouTube channel for my music. Yes, I also make music. So if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it below. And yes, thank you so much, guys, for streaming, for listening this far if you did. Peace, God and goddesses. And I hope this video helps you love yourself, because it definitely helped me. Thank you so much. Mwah! Bye, guys. See you next week. Hopefully, I don't get sick again and I can come back and be with you guys. I'm giving you finger hearts right now, but you can't see. All right. Peace.